It is 5:45 a.m. We're out for another walk and we are in sunny Brixham. To be precise, we're at Brixham Harbour and it's not very sunny. I checked my Met Office app last night and it promised me beautiful sunshine. I thought I should get here before 6 and record a beautiful sunrise for you, but unfortunately when I woke up this morning my Met Office app had changed its mind. It got greyness instead. However, it is promising to brighten up, so I thought let's do the walk anyway, and hopefully it'll get nicer as we go. What in fact is the plan? Well, we are going to go right down to the end of the breakwater over there first of all. Going to walk all the way around here. This path will take us right down into the inner harbour. We're going to go around the harbour, back out along here, out to that side of the harbour, and then up through the trees, and there's a beautiful cove down there, by which time it will be gorgeous sunshine, I assure you. So stick with us, let's go stroll. In fact, there's a nice bit of redness appearing over there. You never know, we might get a nice sunrise. Let's see how we get on. So this is Brixham Marina coming up, very nice marina run by MDL. Oh, a bit of red up there, we may get our sunrise. Now this is Brixham Lifeboat Station, and these in fact are their lifeboats. I've got a little lifeboat story for you shortly. I'll wait till we get out on the pier. Very sheltered today, very nice. Birds are waking up. It could be a nice walk. Pity about this grey stuff. Let's hope that clears soon. So this is the Brixham Breakwater, and look at a little sign here. We will see that it is half a mile to the end of the breakwater. Okay, and this is where we're going. So we are here, we're going down to the end of the breakwater, we're coming back and we're doing a loop around the whole of this harbour, out along here and out to Fishcombe, which is out here. Very beautiful cove. That's the plan, and this is the start of it. So half a mile to that lighthouse that you can see right down there in the end, and maybe a sunrise. Oh, we might get lucky, fingers crossed. So I was going to tell you my lifeboat story. It's not that exciting, but it's quite amusing. Years ago I had an office here as a yacht brokerage, and it was fairly quiet. Now these lifeboats, I don't know if they still do it, but they are manned by volunteers who are doing normal jobs. And so to summon them they had pagers, but also a maroon that went up with a loud bang, and that would be the signal for those working on a lifeboat to drop everything, head down, get on the boat, get out and do their rescue. So you knew in advance when it was going out. So one day I heard the maroon go up. I thought I'm going to go and watch it going out, so I came down here onto the breakwater. Now you've got the marina here, and there's a wave screen, which is this low bit of pontoon down here. And I saw a guy scurrying along the pontoon holding what looked like a very expensive camera, and he went and positioned himself right on the end of the wave screen. And the reason he did that was because the lifeboat comes down through this fairway. You can see them just there. They get on and they go. Now if it's a serious emergency, and this obviously was, they do not spare the horses. They come out here and they go whoa, charge down here at some speed. They're big heavy boats, roared past the guy with the camera who was right on the end of that pontoon there. Now those of you who know about boats will know that they kick up a big wash at high speed, and all I saw was this guy, as the wave came, it lifted the pontoon, he went up with it, the pontoon dropped into the gap, and then the next wave went poof, straight over him, straight over the pontoon, straight over his expensive camera. I hope it was alright, but it was quite amusing at the time. Okay, this is it, we've got our sunrise. There we go, this is what we get up early for. It is currently 5 to 6 now, and that sun is coming up. Yeah, lovely. You see, it's worth a 5 AM alarm call, isn't it? Never mind, at least it's quiet out. here we are at the end of the breakwater and the beginning of our journey, because our plan now, as mentioned earlier, is to go all the way around this harbour, right round into the inner harbour, out, back around here, along here, and our finishing point is these little coves. You can just see them in over there. That's where we're aiming for. But just to give you our bearings, we're in Tor Bay still. That's Paignton, that's the scene of our last walk, and Goodington in fact is what I'm pointing directly at just there. Paignton in fact actually is there, although Goodington is part of Paignton, and Torquay, well, that's directly over there. So we've come right around the bay today, and we're starting from here. Little fishing boat heading out. I guess you can't work from home if you're a fisherman unless you've got a very long rod indeed. Okay, let's press on. I think this is the first time I've had this entire pier completely to myself. There's usually at least a couple of fishermen on here at pretty much any time of day or night. And our sunrise, yeah. I took a really nice photograph of this breakwater once. I'll see if I can dig it out and slot it in right now. Now, one of our favourite things to do is to come over here for the night on the boat to Brixham Marina. We've got some friends who've got boats here, have a lovely evening, some fish and chips on board, sleep the night, and in the morning always we go to the Breakwater Bistro. You can see it just there. Lovely food and amazing views. You can sit up there on the balcony in the summer and your views are right out across the bay. So if you're coming to Brixham, that is your place of breakfast, definitely. So this marina was actually put in the late 80s by a guy called Charles Fleming, who I think was a Canadian. And he built this marina, he built a big car park in a quarry, did a really nice job, had a lot of trouble getting planning permission of what he wanted to do, which included some buildings. So part of the agreement was that he built this amazing walkway all the way around the harbour and into town. And we'll see the development that he started building in a moment. But the sad thing is, that rolled him by then into the early 90s, into the recession, and the whole thing went bust. It's a bit of a shame. It's now owned by MDL, who do a great job of running this. It's a very, very nice marina. Anyway, let me show you his development, because his development was actually really nice. It was a load of apartments of different sizes. Each one came with a marina berth, and it's a really lovely waterborne thing, but it never quite took off. And you'll see it just around this corner. Here we go. So Charles Fleming's development is this white one just here, and these apartments are absolutely beautiful. I went and had a look in a couple of them when they first built them. My office, in fact, when I worked here, was that one on the corner just there. So these are one-bedroom apartments, and they've got mezzanine floors, which means that when you're downstairs you've got this whole huge picture window, and then when you're upstairs you can also look down through it, and your view then is straight out to sea. Really lovely apartments. This was stage one. He built this around here. This was going to be a yacht club, but it never actually came to be. And then, as I say, the whole operation ran out of money and came to grinding halt. This was a building site for a long time, and then I think when MDL took over, they then got this developed into a completely separate thing, which is also very nice. But this original development, if this had gone all the way around, would have been beautiful. That was my office. Brixham Marine Sales it was called. These are now apartments above it, but as I say, I think that was supposed to be a yacht club originally, with this big balcony in front of it. And this is the Prince William, which is a very nice pub, and they do a great carvery in there as well. We often come over for a carvery. Lovely. And this is the events pontoon, currently empty. That's for visiting boats, but also they hold events on there, including the Southwest Sports Boat Rally, which I participate in and am a huge fan of. There's videos of that on my channel, check them out. Okay, so this walkway is going to take us all the way into Brixham. It's a very splendid walkway. It's a shame that he went to all that expense and trouble and never got to really enjoy the fruits of it, I don't think. Morning, chaps. Left hand down a bit. So this is Brixham's inner harbour, and if you watch my previous video you've seen me talking about Painton Harbour being a drying harbour. The inner harbour is the same, and you can see it actually starting to dry. So these boats are just starting to dry out. You can see this one here is sat on its keels, and up here it's all turning to mud and sand, and that eventually will all be mud and sand. In fact, we might see it as such when we come back. This is a drying grid. The idea of this is you can bring your boat onto here and it dries out and lifts it above the surface a little bit so that you can anti-foul your boat or work on it or do whatever you want to do. And this is Brixham. Brixham I like, and so does he. One of the things I like about Brixham, apart from the fact it just feels a little better kept than Painton and Torquay, is these lovely little alleys that they have tucked around here. Just feel rather quaint, cosy. I don't know, it's just nice. If you're after takeaway fish and chips, Simply Fish is where we normally go. Really lovely. In fact, they've got a sitting in bit as well now, I think. And then this is Brixham High Street. We're not going very far up the High Street, we're going to cut into one of those little back alleys. Here we go, this is what I'm talking about. Look at these little alleys they have running everywhere. They're great. Let's cut down here. Fish and chips, as you can see, is a fairly popular dish in Brixham. But this is all lovely little back alleys tucked around the place. Let's go down this one. Cool, huh? And this fella here on the plinth, well, he is, let's go and have a look, William Prince of Orange, King of Great Britain and Ireland, landed near this spot 5th of November 1688. There you go. Good old William Prince of Orange. Keeping an eye on the town of Brixham. And over here, this is a model, it's not the real thing, or a replica, I suppose, of the Golden Hind, which you can go and explore. Somewhere I have a photograph of the boy child in stocks on there. So, probably time for an embarrassing boy child photo. I'll see if I can dig it out. But if you're here with the kids, that's a good little experience to do. It's good fun. There it is. So this structure here is a fish market, currently empty, obs. And this is where we walked around. And on this side here, that's where that development was over there. Now if you want your fish and chips eating in, you want Rockfish, because they've got an amazing restaurant up here, and you can see the edge of the balcony that runs all the way around it with views over the fish quay from where the food actually came from. As their saying says, tomorrow's fish is still in the sea. Really lovely, really nice. Anyway, we're going this way. This is the fish quay. It's one of the largest in the country. I believe it was the second largest. I don't know whether it still is, but yeah, very industrial fish quay here. But we are going this way, and this sign will tell us where we're going, hopefully. There we go. Nice, huh? These are the tenders which allow people to get to these boats out from these moorings just here. That's how they get out there. So this is Brixham Laboratory, which they have with Plymouth University. So it's like a marine laboratory. They come and do all their waterborne stuff here. But it's all going on in Brixham, isn't it? And look at that, the sun is finally making an appearance. A little late for a spectacular sunrise, but better late than never. There it is. So, next part of the plan, we're now at the edge of Brixham Harbour. So we are going to go up into the trees. I'll take you around and show you a beautiful cove. Hopefully a sunlit beautiful cove. And that's a... what's that? It's a bunny rabbit, I think, going up the steps. I don't know whether you can see that. Right at the top of the steps there. There he is. A little bunny rabbit. See if it's not a killer bunny. Are you going to see him? There we go, little bunny. There he's just disappearing into there. We've lost him, I'm afraid. Oh well, I'm sure he's having a nice day. And he appeared to be socially isolating, so that's the important thing. So this path will bring us out onto a rather lovely little headland in just a moment, and then we continue on round. Here we go. And here it is, Fishcombe Cove. Okay, possibly not that way. Peace in our time. Okay, so let's head on a little further around and see what else we can find. What would one of my walks be without a steep climb somewhere? There's a bunny, look. There's a bunny, hello bunny. Oh, a splendid fellow. It's probably time for another of those "we could be anywhere on the planet" speeches, isn't it? So how are we going to follow this up? Well, I think we are going to take a walk up, see if we can get up to that little headland there, because I think that's going to be a nice view. And then there's a path that disappears into the woods this way. We're going to go up through there and round and see if we can get back into the top of Brixham and then come back down for some more spectacular views. Glory be, it's more uphill. Well, I think it's fair to say that that is vantage point done. So we're going to head back down all these steps and up through the woods. This way. So this, I believe I'm right in saying, is Fishcombe Woods. Fishcombe Woods? Fishcombe Woods. This, I believe I'm right in saying, is Fishcombe Woods. So my route now is up through these woods and then loop round to the left, and I believe, hopefully, that will loop me back into Brixham. Somewhere up near the top we can get some nice views from the top of the hill walk back down to the harbour, and we'll have done a nice loop. That's plan A. Let's see if it works. Now, left fork or right fork? Left fork is more towards Brixham because Brixham is that way. Right fork is a little more established, isn't it? Whoa, let's go left. What can possibly go wrong? Oh yes, I think this looks promising. Yeah. As anybody who's walked in Tor Bay will tell you, most of the hills are uphill. And what's interesting is, they're uphill no matter which way you walk. More decision making. Again, more established, more direct. I'm feeling confident. I can't help thinking we should be on the other side of this wall. And this is the way through. I mentioned that wall, didn't I? This is where we need to be. I think. Oh yes, now we're talking. Brixham, here we come. Now let's be painfully blunt here, shall we? Is there anything more middle-aged than a man out walking in the country with what is, let's be honest, an anorak tied around his waist? I mean, that's it. I am a pair of gardening shoes away from retirement, really, aren't I? Ho hum. Oh, it's like an enchanted forest, isn't it? I keep expecting to find woodland creatures, or perhaps Michael Gove, springing from the undergrowth. I am genuinely navigating by the power of wishful thinking, path making, and the sun. The sun is up there, and so Brixham therefore has to be this way. Has to be, has to be. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, crikey, bother, oh dear. It's also quite slippery. As you can see, I'm perfectly dressed for walking. I've got my walking deck shoes on, almost completely smooth soles. I spy civilization. That, if I'm not very much mistaken, is a building, and we have not in fact teleported 500 years back in time, which is good news, although I guess 500 years ago there was no social distancing. Yay, here we are, look, a path, signs, it's all going on. Greenway, Churton Ferrers, Coast Path. Yeah, we're going this way. Yep, we are on this. This is Brixham Battery Heritage Group. It's all to do with the Royal Artillery. It's all going on in Brixham, you know. And by some miracle, or some expert navigation, okay, by some miracle, we have actually ended up where I want to be, which is finishing up with a great view, which we'll hopefully get just up here. Ladles and jelly spoons, I give you Brixham. Let's cue the music. So that, as the saying has it, is about the size of that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're keeping safe and well. And if you've enjoyed that, do give it a thumbs up, click. And if you haven't, why are you still watching? And don't forget to subscribe. Lots more fun videos coming. Catch you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.